Good afternoon. Yes, this is Samtech. I was telling you last week that I will be telling you on how to install rings. That's rings, generator rings, engine rings. So this is a generator. So initially, normally we usually call this generator GS200. But how do you know this generator is GS200? This part has a serial number. So the serial number is STD, that's standard 168. So that 168 is the engine serial number that we usually use it to decode whether the engine is GS200 or GS160. But normally GS160 and GS200 they use the same ring. So now, but to God be the glory, this engine is already attached to it that is GS200. Yes, that's how we check it. You could see GS200. Now, on how to know the rings to use, this generator it has already been pieces down. So now I have 4 rings here. So this one, it has another product name. We call it Zizazun Darin. This is the name. This one we call it Followcom. We call it Kachinum Limited. That's the product name. This one we call it World Gold. That's the product name. And this one we call it K Power. That's another product name. But do you know these 4 rings, they have several sizes? So like this one now, it will already be stated there. As you can see, this is Yamaha. So this one is Yamaha, used for Yamaha engine. But this generator is not a Yamaha engine. The right size is 0.25. So this is the size of this. So this one, the brilliance, is written the model. That's 156. That's a medium generator. It's 0.25. That's the size. So this one is not a generator. This one, the right H1900154. So this 154 is still for medium generator. The right is 0.25. That's the size. So it's not for this generator. Let's check this out. The right, this one GS160, as it's written, GS160 is 0.25. That means this is the size. The size is 0.25. But normally this generator is standard. So we can still use a ring which is standard plus. Those are sizes of ring. We have standard plus, standard plus. We have 025. We have oversize. But once you are using oversize for the engine, that means the generator is going as in it is. That's the last standard oversize. But 025, we have to use 025 for this generator because I don't have the standard, but I can use 025. Now, I will not be using this ring because this generator, this ring is still new ring. So I will be using the previous rings to explain to you. So now let me remove the piston. So we have already loosed the connecting rod, the cap of the connecting rod, which is attached to the crankshaft. So we have already loosed it. So you can see this is the piston. I'll put the connecting rod down. I'm pushing it up from the top bottom then center to the, as in from the bottom to the top. So I'm pushing it upward, as you can see. So this is it. So this is the piston. So these are the rings. We call this one pressure ring 1, pressure ring 2. Why we call these ones the oil rings? These one are the oil rings. These are the oil rings. Now, how do you know that this one will be the top, this one will be below? Now, you can see layers. You can see the layers here. So that means this net will be the initial one that will be here. To be the first one that will be here. After that, followed by any of the oil rings. You know the oil rings are 2 now. You can put any of the first one. The first one should be below it. You can see below it. Since one of the oil rings is fixing up, that means the other one will be facing down. So this is it, facing down. If the two are facing up, once this one is chopped off, that means the oil will be easy to flow upward. That will make the generator to be smoking. So this one, it has two layers, as in, you know it, I call it pressure ring. So but one is black, one is white. So to know, normally you can't know this one is black whether or this one is white, but let me use the new rings to show you. So this is the new ring. Normally this one ought to be 2. This one ought to be 2, but you can find out that it's 1. That's manufacturer error. So this is the black one. So the black one will be the one that will be down. Why? The white one, you can see this one is white. You can see the difference, black, white. So the white one will be the one that on top. So let me show you how to install it back to the block, to the engine block. Now since I've fixed this and this one will follow. I don't know whether this one is black, but because it has been used initially. This, then this. If one is facing up, one will be facing down. Now you can see we call something a piston clamp, but it's not available now. One of my teammates went out with it. If it's the normal ring, it cannot enter easily like this, but just because this one has already been used, so it can enter easily. So you see, so far I'm beating this from up. Normally I cannot use metal to beat, it should be something like rubber. So this one will be like this. I will do that till the piston enters. After it enters, then I'm good to go. So thank you. Follow Samtech on YouTube, LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Instagram. Samtech Engineering. Thank you and God bless you. See you next week.